Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome in, sim racing fans, and welcome to a picture-perfect race day here in the heart of the mountains. This is the West Coast Sim Racing MultiClass League, coming at you live from the RedBull ring here tonight in Austria. My name is Sean Stam. Welcome in here to Stam Studio Network, where tonight we have 40 minutes of adrenaline-filled multi-class racing with both GT3s and GT4s. Before we get started on this wonderful race evening, come on here. We're already hearing it down there in live YouTube chats. Thank you all for joining in here tonight. It means the world to me. That is what seriously keeps me going here behind the scenes. Now, as we get live to racing action here, take a look at this track map. We're only working with, it looks relatively easy, but believe me here from the RedBull ring, you got these tight technical corners, got a little bit of elevation here to deal with as well, 10 turns to deal with, 2.6 miles, as well as that 20x incident limit here tonight. I'll get into that in a few moments time, but briefly, that means you can't go off track here too many times. It is tough. This is a track like Circuit of the Americas here on iRacing. It will eat your incidents up quick, especially if you get a 4x or even an 8x early on in the race. Gonna be close on that draft as well, as we'll take a look at our starting grid here tonight, brought to you by Con Coaching. If you're looking to find the time here within the sim racing world, he will definitely do it for you. Looks like Benjamin Forehand's gonna slap it up here on the pole. Right beside him, though, is going to be Daniel Higgins. There we see it. They're right beside them on the second row. Apologies. They're Josh Hunter, Ali Ixay, Adrian Gutierrez, Daniel Parmalee, Aaron Schultz, and Nico Colby rounding out. Well, Aaron Schultz rounds out the GT3 class. Then you start to look at Nico Colby on back from GT4 on back. We're already rolling, so it's going to be a quick little grid here tonight. Looks like after Nico Colby, looks like, I believe that's Dr. Andrew Bound. He's going to slap it there in the P2 spot. Joe Rainey, Jake Steckler, Stone Colby, Brandon Birch, Amethyst Reese, Warren Johnson, Andres Perfana, and Lewis Holloway as well. Here we go. Get up, stand up for your life, race fans. Don't give up the fight. Multi-class racing, the West Coast Sim Racing League. Green flag, and we are on the throttle, up and through the gears at the RedBull. Gonna be a tight climb up here through the hills so far, 2x2, the whole field back within the GT3 class. Benjamin Forehand continues to lead. Got Daniel Higgins continuing to run right there with them, jockeying for position between Adrian Gutierrez as well as Aaron Schultz. Here in the GT4 race start, Nico Colby, Andrew Bound, Joe Rainey, Jake Steckler. The only jockeying for position and pass right now so far has been Joe Rainey. He gains a spot early on. We were looking side by side. That's Andrew Bound. He goes a little bit wide. He, matter of fact, going to take away the lead in the GT4 class from Nico Colby. We do do continue to see some really nice pace here for Joe Rainey in the GT4 class. That Rainey Homes racing machine already works his way up into P2, taking away now P2 away from Nico Colby as Nico falls another spot here on the race start. Back up here in the GT3 class, we're going to see this Ford Mustang here once again. Josh Hunter, he missed the mark in qualifying. Does this Ford Mustang GT3 have the pace here tonight to possibly gain that 2.4 second gap already up here for the BMW of Benjamin Forant? Josh Hunter got the P2. Ali Exade, very nice start for both of these drivers, gaining one spot earlier on. Daniel Higgins as well as Daniel Parmalee rounding out the top 5 overall in that GT3 class. I thought we were going to start to look side by side as Daniel Higgins start to set up the crossover. He's going to think better of it. Hopping on board here with Daniel Higgins, already moving up to, falling back to P. Oh, we got one around. It's going to be Ali Exay. Ah, you hate this. Ali Exay had that nice starting spot there, I believe, second row back. Unfortunately, falls back to the last running position. Gonna have to make their way up to the GT4 class as well. But once again, we do have that competition caution. 15 minutes in the race. Next closest battle out here on track. Adrian Gutierrez going up against Aaron Schultz, trying to hold off Aaron Schultz. Aaron tries to find a little bit of grip here in one of the tight technical corners. Remember, take a look at the top left of your screen. Something new within the timing and scorings this week. You can already see a 1X and 2X, already even a 3X for our class leader in GT4, Andrew Bound. You got to be careful. Now there's another one there. He only gets that incident on the entrance of the corner, just runs wide. Andrew Bound already up to 4X. If he gets to 20 of those incident points is what they're called, it will be a drive-through penalty. Something we'll have to keep an eye on here tonight as the battle for the race lead overall between GT3s continues to close in here just a little bit. That Liqui Moly BMW machine continues to lead Josh Hunter, but the gap is closing. Zero, no, not a fan of the GT3 machines. We got Marvin in here tonight, Moonlight Dancer, of course. Hopefully you are all doing well. Battle for the race lead continues to heat up within the GT4 class, as well as here within the YouTube chat. Let's see here tonight. I believe. Oh, Terry's in the lead in YouTube chat, but Melina Colby, the close second place. Also, Moonlight Dancer, close follows in third. Speaking of third, Nico Colby here tonight. He's in third GT4 class, but not for long. Here comes Jake Steckler down and around the inside. One of the slowest corners out here from the Red Bull ring. Nico Colby, you got to be careful with that exit. That's a nice looking pass for Jake Steckler. I don't think the battle's over here just yet. Hopping on board with the number 42 Jake Steckler machine. He's down and around the inside line this time by, excuse me. Nico Colby sent it around the outside. 3 vehiclebuyers.com machines going nose to tail. Fortunately, Joe Rainey finds himself within the meat of the sandwich. Right behind him is Brandon Birch. Stone Colby. How about Warren Johnson trying to join this battle as well? Who takes it here tonight in YouTube land? Who conquers the Red Bull ring here from Austria? We continue to see this really nice battle in the GT4 class, although back up to the race lead for a moment. Benjamin Forant continues to, he's not pulling away, but still has about that 1.4 second gap. Really no incidents here earlier on in the race. I'm proud of these drivers. West Coast Sim Racing League keeping it all out here on the track. Elbows out, but we're keeping it clean as well. Brandon Birch gaining 1 spot since the start. So is Stone Colby right there behind. Speaking of, another driver right there behind, Warren Johnson. He's got the live driver camera here tonight. So again, this is VR. I myself, I like the old triple Monty set up here as, ooh, there goes Joe Rainey as well as Nico Colby. Joe Rainey's able to hold him off, but as we hop on board here with the one, the only league owner, Warren Johnson, take a look and, I mean, It's just, once again, laser scan tracks. You can't get much better than these physics here within the iRacing universe. Warren Johnson taking it to the virtual reality world here tonight as he sits 8th in class. Daniel Parmalee, this is up to P4 in the GT3 class. He's right now trying to reel in Daniel Higgins, but oh boy, you better run, you better hide. Here comes Adrian Gutierrez. Adrian, last lap by, actually put down a pretty decent lap time. The draft is very, very helpful here from the Red Bull ring. Only 10 turns to work with, only 2.6 miles. Got to remember, just 1 week ago from the Roval, let's see. I don't think Gutierrez was top 5 either class, but I think the driver right there in front of him, Daniel Parmalee. Oh no. Okay, we'll cut this back. Cut this to Benjamin Forant here. This is the driver I was looking for. He is looking to go. God dang. He's looking to go back to back here within the West Coast Sim Racing League MultiClass series. Remember, last week he won from the Toyota 8 GR86 class. Will we see him take away the sweep from 2 weeks at a time? But will we, though? Because Josh Hunter, he's continuing to close the gap. Remember, it was a 1.5 second gap. If we take a look at the lap time differential between these front 2 runners in the GT3 class, bottom right side of your screen is Benjamin Forant's going to go wide. There you see. Sometimes looks like a Christmas tree, sometimes a little green, a little red. This time, looking a little bit more like St. Patrick's Day for Josh Hunter as he continues to close that gap to the race leader. Laps 2 through 5 quicker for Hunter. If you compare real quick Josh Hunter to Daniel Higgins, the next running GT3 car behind, well, that is a lot of red, looking like Valentine's Day down there for Daniel Higgins. Not quite closing the gap, but we're going to continue to inch our way a little closer to that competition caution. If you're just now joining us, first of all, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Second of all, we do have that competition caution there at the 15th minute in the race. We'll get all these drivers bunched back up and ready to go. Adrian Gutierrez continues to play some nice World Cup-esque offense over Daniel Parmalee, he gained 2 spots earlier on in this race. Right now he's trying to run from Adrian, but cannot quite hide, as well as Aaron Schultz, hard deep into the braking zone for that crown number 41 Ferrari GT3. Oh, Adrian Gutierrez, I don't know if you can give it the Sean and Tater curse. Adrian, quit playing at the sands, man. We're racing, we're not at the beach. Come on here, man. Let's go for a ride here in Adrian Gutierrez, see what happened here. I can already tell you, I think he just tried to carry a little bit too much speed, but we'll take a better look at it here. Ooh, deep into the braking zone, possibly just misjudged it as he was trying to reel in Daniel Parmalee. Around it's going to go. At least goes it for a play in the sands. Doesn't take up damage because we don't have instant repairs here tonight. It's only 2 fast repairs for this league. So that was quite a big save here. So once again, back up here to the battle for the race lead. That Ford Mustang, Josh Hunter, he's reeling him in once again. But that incident count in the top left of the screen, he's already pushing almost halfway to a drive-through penalty. This is going to be something that we're going to have to continue to keep our eyeballs on here tonight. Josh Hunter closing the gap, but at what cost? We got Zero down there saying the Mustang GT3 is the best GT3 car. I might be right with you there, especially within this newer season of iRacing. I mean, not even for the sound here. Wait for it this time. Hang on. I got you. Okay, well, anyways, it's actually had some very nice long run pace here. I mean, I know Josh Hunter, he's a driver with 3,800 road course iRating, but something that I continue to see within my road course broadcasted leagues, any driver that here so desires to try to tackle the heavy beast that is the Ford Mustang. Ooh, Josh Hunter. No, it's not going to count as an incident. It's a hard car to handle, but it definitely does have the long run speed and pace. Quite a few reasons I think Mustang GT3 is the best GT3 right now within the iRacing universe. We got Edward down here joining in as well. Got the popcorn buckets out. Hopefully you are all enjoying this race here tonight. Real quick, as we inch our way ever closer to that competition caution, I think you all know what time it is here tonight. Go ahead, crank this puppy up, enjoy the sights and sounds of these GT3 and GT4's machines ripping around Red Bull Ring. Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, sim racing fans of all ages. Crank this puppy back down because we have strategy ensuing here before our competition caution. Ooh, what was that? Benjamin Fourier, I don't know if his car got a little too happy there, jumping for excitement for new racing fuel. I was about to mention, I don't think you'd want to leave your tires checked there, but that was definitely looked a little interesting for the Benjamin Fourier machine. Daniel Parmalee, I believe, no, he didn't already pit. Daniel Parmalee's in as well. Here's Aaron Schultz also in. Looks like Adrian Gutierrez right there driving through magically. Daniel Parmalee is making his pit stop, but here comes Daniel Higgins. He's going to try to make this slingshot work here. Matter of fact, he will. He'll slingshot his way, cycle up to P2. Nice strategy call here for Daniel Higgins. This is a driver that has also joined the Bump and Run NASCAR Cup Series, the iRacing League, one of the many NASCAR leagues that I do. Daniel Higgins, right now he's showing us that he can take these right-hand turns as well. Nice run here. Working the calculator strong here. Only 10 seconds to go till that competition yellow. Josh Hunter just in time. Does he get into the pits? I believe he will. There we go. Competition yellow is out and around on this racetrack. This is going to be tight here, though, with Josh Hunter. Does he continue with his stop after the yellow comes out? Looks like he does. That iRacing safety car you see right up there in front. Looks like it's going to take its time to make its way down and around the racetrack here. That was a quick fuel stop there for Josh Hunter. We'll have to see where this driver of the Ford Mustang cycles out here to tonight. All right, so real quick to kind of walk you through things, at least as they show within timing and scoring, and then we're going to get some wave rounds. There you see the iRacing safety car is out. Josh Hunter, he may have timed this just perfectly if he lets the iRacing safety pace car here, and then he gets right back in line. Oh boy, this could be a gamble for the ages for Josh Hunter if this does work. Here comes Daniel Higgins, there you see, approaching the very, very slow and steady Josh Hunter and the pace car. Andrew Schultz, I'm showing right now P3, Benjamin Forehand P4 within that GT3 class. Right now, class leader in GT4, excuse me, if I just said GT4, that's GT3. Right now, though, going back to it, Andrew Bound is leading in the GT4 class. He's going to have Jake Steckler right there behind him. There's that Rainey Holmes racing machine, Joe Rainey. He's found himself within the top 3 pretty much all of tonight. Brandon Birch, Warren Johnson, Amethyst Reese, Andreas Profana, rounding out the top 7 in the GT4 class. Before we get hearing with the league owner himself, Warren Johnson, let's take a look and see what happened on this original race start. It was clean, it was mean, and it was pretty damn green. So this is the GT4 class. We saw the GT3 class start earlier in the race, so we're gonna see if anything a little bit nitty, a little bit gritty here happens. Looks like side by side up until about 4th place there is the only initiation of it. We're gonna climb the hill into turns 1 and 2. Nice passing zone here. I believe that's the AMG of I believe that was, who was that? Was that Warren Johnson who took a little bit safer route there? As looks single file pretty earlier on within that race start. Nice start here, boys and girls, tonight. Hey Warren Johnson, this is Sean Stam up in the booth. You got a copy?
Sean.
Hey, how are you doing tonight, man? We continue to see you run right up here within this lead pack of GT4s.
Maybe not so much lead pack, but it's a fun race. This track's could be a little boring, but it's definitely hard to pass here. So.
Were you gonna pit with all the drive? Okay.
Well. I totally forgot because I was talking to you, but that's okay.
Oh no! Oh, that's my fault. Oh no!
Nah, no worries. Just keep it open one more time, and I'll be all right.
Okay, I was gonna say. Looks like everybody's gonna join pit this lap. So how's the car feel tonight? This Mercedes AMG. It looks like a pretty damn fun track.
It's fun, man. It's just difficult to pass, so that stuff happens, but it's cool. We're having a good time.
Alright.
I think we're good. So just make it go one more extra lap. Get my pit stop, and then we'll be good.
Alrighty, wave arounds. Oh, nobody wave around. All right,
there's
that's
no
easy.
one wave around. Yeah, so just wait for me to catch up, and we'll be good.
Alrighty, appreciate you, Warren. Good luck the rest of your race, man.
Thanks. You too.
I'm gonna try to have good luck the rest of my race. Josh Hunter, Daniel Higgins, Aaron Schultz, Benjamin Forehand, top 4 leaders right now. Warren Johnson shown as the leader for GT4, but he'll pit this lap, as that was kind of on me. Andrew Bound will cycle out to the race lead in GT4 class. Jake Steckler, Brandon Birch, Joe Rainey, Nico Colby rounding out the GT4s. Then we got Daniel Parmalee, Ali Ixay, Adrian Gutierrez, and then after that, even more GT4s. Amethyst Reese, Lewis Holloway, Andreas Profana, and Stone Colby. My name is Sean Stam. I appreciate all of you joining in here tonight on Stam Studio Network. I'll be right back with you up here in the booth.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Alrighty, welcome back here into Stam Studio Network. Once again, I appreciate all of you joining in. We got YouTube chat still popping off. Terry shown as the chat leader. Moonlight shown P3. I'm gonna have to scroll up here 1 second. Melena, that's who I was expecting on there, P2 in the YouTube chat standings tonight. Back up here, though, Josh Hunter, he continues to lead in this competition. Caution should have the lights out on the iRacing safety pace car here. Looks like they are. I believe Warren Johnson should catch up here in time. I'll keep my eye on it here. But Daniel Higgins, Aaron Schultz, and Benjamin Forehand. This is going to be a very, very tight restart to watch. It'll be fun for us to watch, but if you're one of these drivers, your elbows will definitely be out as far as they can be, especially if you're up here at Andrew Bound. Jake Steckler, who finds himself up to P2, gaining 4 spots since the drop of the green. Biggest mover shown here tonight, at least in my timing and scoring, it's going to be Brandon Birch. Very nice race for this driver so far. Alrighty, we're gonna wait for Warren Johnson to catch up to the field here, so we're oh. All right, yeah, you see the pace car there catching up to the field. We're going to take one more lap under yellow here. We'll be right back with you at Stam Studio Network.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Okay, if that doesn't make you want an iRacing subscription, seeing those 2 or 3 back to back, I don't know what will. But we should be green flag racing in just a couple corners here. Josh Hunter, Daniel Higgins, Aaron Schultz, Benjamin Forand, our top 4 runners. Andrew Bound, Jake Steckler, Brandon Birch, Joe Rainey, Nico Colby. The next 5 out there on track, but those next 5 are separated by the next class down, GT4. And then those next 3 drivers after them, we are not keeping the field separate on this race restart. So Ali Xay, Daniel Parmalee, Adrian Gutierrez, those drivers who try to gamble on strategy, they're not going to make it work here tonight, as they'll have to work their way up through slower lap traffic. We're gonna get back to going green flag racing, this time by Josh Hunter. The field is in your hands with the Ford Mustang GT3. Down on that throttle we go, up and through the gears. There's Daniel Higgins. Oh my, 4 wide heading into turn 1 as we climb up the hill. Joe Rainey is gonna try that inside. It's a little bit of trade and paint there, little contact. Looks like Jake Steckler will try and run wide, but looks like he'll take away the race lead in the GT4 class, or so I thought. He's going to get ever so closer to Andrew Bound. A little bit more side by side though. Here comes Joe Rainey down the inside. Brandon Birch is the meat of the sandwich. Here we go. Jake Steckler down there as well. Joe Rainey, what a move. Nice commanding work there to take away P2, back away up into P2 and GT3 as Daniel Higgins has worked his way around Josh Hunter in that fast Ford Mustang. Contact! We got front bumpers flying off of Aaron Schultz's machine. Josh Hunter says he has places to be. Daniel Higgins up to P2. How about Benjamin Forehand's move to ultimately muscle his way down and through the race lead? We're still looking side by side. Daniel Higgins, he's going to compromise that race exit, lose that top 3 to Josh Hunter and Aaron Schultz. Still side by side. Here comes Ali Xay in the 19 Mercedes AMG as well. What a commanding pass there for Benjamin Forehand there. God, that just a door quarter clear for the BMW, trying to run away now from that lead. I believe this is the look at it here. Look at this send there for Benjamin Forand. He started this race up to P4. He got 3 wide. There was a little contact with Aaron Schultz, but he says ultimately thank you very much. Right now going to try and run away with the race lead. Have a 1 second gap there over Josh Hunter. Joe Rainey's gonna go around. Let's see what happened to that Rainey Holmes racing machine. You gotta believe this was contact with another driver. Uh-oh. Did I give him the Sean and Tater curse? Oh, it's just gonna run a little wide. Hard, heavy contact. No instant repairs here tonight. He will have to take that puppy down and around. Speaking of pit lane, we also have Brandon Birch. We're gonna have to see what happened to this driver as well. Here's the replay of it. I mean, the rumble strips, I didn't think that they'd be this treacherous here tonight as Brandon Birch, just tries to get on the throttle. Oh my goodness gracious. Tries to get on the throttle a little bit too soon. AMR safety team need them down here stat. Hopping on with Brandon Birch here. Oh, the yellow curb, and then Warren Johnson's rear bumper. Not a nice combination there. Around he'll go. Where he'll stop, nobody knows. But back up here to the battle for the race lead. Remember here, boys and girls, we got incident count there. Only 10 minutes to go. 10 incidents left for our front 2 race leaders. If there's contact or if these drivers continue to run wide, 20X is that limit for the drive-through penalty. Benjamin Forand continuing to hold off Josh Hunter, but Josh Hunter leading the most amount of laps tonight. Will we see this Ford Mustang back and out to the race lead? I think Moonlight Dancer definitely thinks so. strategy is out the window at this point. The competition caution is done and over with. Right now, it is just pure, clean racing that we're going to see here between Benjamin Forant and Josh Hunter. 2,200 road course iRating for Benjamin Forant as he continues to hold off a driver with 3,800. That's 1,000. That's more than 1,000 more. As here comes Josh Hunter. He's not going to look down the inside line this time, but this is a nice passing zone opportunity. He's going to think better of it as these drivers continue to stretch the gaps over Aaron Schultz in that Ferrari GT3. Cameraman, look out! Josh Hunter now separated by 2.5 tenths of a second. Real quick, Ali Iksay as well as Daniel Higgins. This battle continues to heat up, as well as the battle for the final driver interview spot in the GT3 class. Ooh, Daniel Higgins gonna get deep into the braking zone there. Not quite contact with Aaron Schultz. Remember Aaron, I thought we saw his rear bumper pop off earlier in the race, or at least the front one. Definitely one of those red GT3s that a fan is going to go home with a souvenir. Real quick, back to the battle for GT4. Andrew Bound, Nico Colby start to go at it. Psych, here we go, up to the battle for GT3 once again. Who's it going to be this time? Josh Hunter, he's going to look down the inside line, has that defensive line this time. He's going to get it around Josh Hunter. No contact made for that machine. Josh Hunter, Ford Mustang out to the race lead once again. Yeah, I'm saying there, get out of the way there, cameraman. Out there taking a risk for his life as these machines continue to work upwards of 160. Matter of fact, if we hop on board here, take a look at the bottom right side of your... No, never mind, okay. I thought I had one of my graphics here up and ready to go, but unfortunately no. Especially unfortunately no there for Josh Hunter as well. That BMW continues to run a little wide as that's dirtier air. That's going to present just a little bit tighter conditions here. You cannot turn this BMW as best as you would if you were leading this race, especially within the higher speed sections of the track. Oh no, if you're an Andrew Bound here, fans, if you're an Andrew Bound fan down there live in YouTube chat, you might want to close your eyes here, boys and girls. This is, while Andrew Bound was in the lead, he's going to go for a play in the sand right in front of Nico Colby. That's going to present right there Nico Colby with the race lead, but he only has a half of a second gap over Jake Steckler for the GT4 race lead. Real quick, hop on board with Nico Colby here. Look at Dr. Andrew Bound. He gets a little wide, tries to overcorrect it. Nico Colby says thank you very much, but here comes Jake Steckler right now. Oh, back to within just 8 tenths of a second there as we are now on board with the Stack machine. All right, who takes it here tonight? Does the BMW Big Sniffmobile come back at it as he takes another off track as we just approach, it's about what, 6-7 minutes to go left in this race. Benjamin Forant, remember, top left of your screen, already 13 incidents. If this driver continues to run wide, at least takes at least 2 or 3 incidents a lap, this could be a drive-through penalty. You're gonna have to get things under together here if you're Benjamin Forant. Try to hit these entrances, corners, and apexes as well. You cannot run wide. Joe Rainey doing the right thing there as he's gonna go down a lap, letting these two continue to battle for the race lead. Who gets it done? Do you guys down there live in YouTube land think that the draft is strong enough here tonight to present Benjamin Forant for another shot at the race lead? I ultimately think so here. Within about 2 to 3 car lengths separating these two drivers from the elevation-hungry, long straightaway Red Bull ring, I think we could see some Lewis Hamilton versus a little Maxi Verstappen action happening here tonight with just 5 minutes to go left in the race. Oh, look out, cameraman. He's still alive. He's still alive. Here we go from the Red Bull Ring. Less than 5 minutes to go here, but only 0.3 of a second separating our race leaders. Here comes Alexei, Aaron Schultz as well. This is the battle for P5 in the GT3 class. Aaron Schultz, we've seen gain 3 spots since the start of the race. Will he have enough pace left in his Ferrari GT3 to hold it there over Alexei? Andrew Bound unfortunately fell back into P4 after his self-induced spin earlier on in the race. Here comes Amethyst Reese. She's going to try to look away, try to take away P4 from Andrew Bound. Andrew, he's probably cooked up those tires as well, just trying to get back to where he was running. With that spin, though, earlier on, we saw Andrew go for a play in the sand. That's going to present up here Warren Johnson to the final driver interview spot in that GT4 class. Jake Steckler only 0.3 of a second back here for the race lead in GT4. 4 minutes to go. That's probably about 4 laps to go here as well with this 1 minute 20-second lap time range. Does Nico Colby have what it takes to hold off this hard charging Jake Steckler here tonight? Real quick, if you missed the old Apex Motor Club Sim Racing League last night, go ahead, go to YouthAthleteOfTheYear.org. Vote for my man, Nico Colby. He has grinded it out there, especially in the real life racing as well. Apex Motor League up there in Arizona. Excuse me, Apex Motor Club up there in Arizona with those Mazda MX-5s. He was doing some testing over there, out there, the East Coast over there in Georgia a couple weeks ago. We continue to see Nico Colby put the grind, especially the pace on these drivers as he continues to lead Jake Steckler 0.6 of a second. Seriously, go for it. Go vote for the man down there live in the running for the Youth Athlete of the Year there. Nico Colby, keep up the hard work, man. We're going to continue to see it tonight if you continue to hold off Jake Steckler. Back up here to the battle for the race lead. Continues to heat up. Benjamin Forehand, he's within that slipstream range, now just over 0.5 of a second back, but you're going to see that gap continue to close, especially down these longer straightaways from the Red Bull Ring. Coming up to 2 minutes to go. It's going to be interesting to see when this when this white flag flies. I would be trying to, I don't think Josh Hunter here is taking this easy by any means. I think he knows Benjamin Forehand is still right there within striking distance. Same story goes here for Aaron Schultz as well as Alexei. Only 0.2 of a second separating these drivers for the 5th and 4th running spot. Back up the hill we go, and I'm just now glancing back at the graphics once again. Andrew Bound, you got a feel for him. Unfortunately, I'm showing 20X right now, should have a drive-through penalty for the 651 driver who probably led the most amount of laps here tonight within the GT4 class. Back up here between this battle here, should be coming to the white flag lap next time by, if my math is mathin'. Alexei, you better put a move here. Try and get some sort of run and momentum going there. But remember, as we heard from Warren Johnson earlier in the race, it is just so hard to make a pass, even if you do have the speed and momentum down the back straightaway. These drivers now should be coming to what I believe would be the checkered flag. Benjamin Forehand, he's still working with that 0.6 of a second gap. Is it close enough? It's definitely close for slipstream, but is it close enough to make a move on the race leader with this lap traffic right here of Andreas Profan, I believe, that of Lewis Holloway, excuse me. That's going to present there that battle to heat right back up. Does Benjamin Forehand have anything left in his fuel tank here for Josh Hunter? This gap has been about as close as it's been. Who's it going to be? We've seen this time and time again within iRacing as well as real life racing history. Ford versus BMW coming to the checkered flag. I do believe it's going to look like Josh Hunter to the line. No, he gets to the white flag. 5 seconds separating him within the checkered flag there. So he gets to the start-finish line there right before Barney the flagman is able to throw the checkered. So, with that being said, this is the last lap of the race. Here comes Josh Hunter. That couldn't have been closer at the start-finish line. We only have 10 turns, now only 9 left within the track. 2/10 of a second separating Benjamin Forand. Josh Hunter for the race lead. Who gets it done here tonight? Warren Johnson, Andrew Bound still continuing to go at it, but remember, now Andrew Bound is at 21x, still has not taken his drive-through penalty as he tries to take away that final driver interview spots up here in the GT4 class. Back to the battle for what will be the race lead, the race win up here, GT3. Does Josh Hunter have what it takes to hold off that hard-charging Benjamin Forand? We are coming to the last 2 turns on the track. Benjamin Forand, he unfortunately falls back to 7/10 of a second. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Here comes Josh Hunter. He is hunting for points here. He podium finish 1 week ago there from the Roval. He'll take the checkered flag here tonight from Red Bull Ring. Benjamin Forand going to take away P2. Here comes Daniel Higgins showing us he knows how to turn both left and right. Congratulations on the final driver interview spot there for Daniel Higgins. Looks like Aaron Schultz was able to hold off that hard-charging Ali Xavier there up for P4 overall. Here comes Parmalee. Adrian Gutierrez down there for 6th and 7th. Here comes Nico Colby. Looks like he was able to hold off that hard-charging Jake Steckler. 2 Colby co-racing machines here coming to the checkered flag. Looks like it'll be Nico Colby. Just 4.5 of a second separating these 2 drivers. It's going to be hard to get a run. Get some momentum flowing here if you're Jake Steckler. Throw it all out there. Give it to the Nico Colby here. 2 turns to go here for the last lap of the race. Does Jake Steckler find anything for this VehicleBuyers.com machine? Last turn, turn number 10, coming to the checkered flag. It'll be Nico Colby. Congratulations on another race win here within the West Coast Sim Racing League. Jake Steckler, there we saw it up to P2. I'm showing Andrew Bound to P3, but will his black flag take this final driver interview spot away? There's Warren Johnson flashing the headlights there. Back away, Warren Johnson will come across the line, P4. Amethyst Reese right there behind him. Nice battling earlier on for this driver for Crystal Gems. She'll take it home P5 here tonight. Lewis Holloway will take it home P13 overall. P6 there out of Haiti. Andreas Profana, Joe Rainey, Brandon Burt, and Stone Colby rounding out our final driver, our 17 driver grid here tonight. Alrighty, well, I'm going to magically transfer myself down there into Victory Lane, where I'm actually going to have the top 3 podium finishers here from each class. I'm going to start out here with Josh Hunter, though. Josh, my man, you got yourself a copy.
Sure, dude. What's up?
What is going on, Mayor? What a nice run. That was so much fun to watch you and Benjamin go at it side by side, back and forth, up to the race lead. And you'll take the checkered flag here tonight. Walk us through it, man. What was going through the mind with that very nice, clean battling there with Benjamin Forand?
Mostly just wanted to stay out of trouble throughout the race. I'm not really strong at this track, and yeah, I just kept it clean. Benjamin got a really nice double pass on the restart. That was pretty cool to see, but you know, luckily we were able to battle it out till the end. He didn't die this time for once, so it was fun.
Well, Josh Hunter, we continue to see you run the Ford Mustang here. We got some real big fans of the Ford Mustang down there in YouTube chat. What's it like, especially since this newer season of iRacing here? I've seen, at least within a couple of the GT3 leagues I run, this Ford Mustang continues to show some pace, but I think your iRating will also prevail. You got 3,800 road course iRating working with you.
Overall, it looks like the new tire model favors front engine cars. it's very rare that you see like the Porsche running in the official races. So I think that's just what's going on right now.
And it's, oh boy, that, like you said, on that race restart, that was fun to watch as well, because once again, we didn't have the classes split up there, so you had to really send a move there back in the GT3 class. But real quick, back up here to your race win here, Josh Hunter, congratulations on another race win. You continue to really start to pull away up here in the points. Is there anybody who makes it all happen for you?
Just you and Warren for the broadcast and the league.
Thank you.
Josh, we appreciate that,
Yeah.
man. Have a great rest of your night, and hey, don't celebrate too hard.
Thank you, you too.
All righty, Benjamin Forant, how about it? You got yourself a copy for P2.
Yes, sir.
All right, nice side by side. Once again, very nice, clean racing action here within the West Coast Sim Racing League. After that race restart, you will somehow muscle your way back up here to P2, and that was so fun to watch you there. You sent it down into the inside of 3 wide, eventually what was for the race lead at that moment. Walk us through kind of what was going through your head at that moment in time there. Yeah, just, you gotta go, go, go.
Yeah, I had practiced the track, I think last night, and I specifically did like a restart on cold tires. And so I knew like just back up the braking points a little. And that's what I did on that corner. And I saw everyone kind of brake kind of normally. And I'm like, yeah, they're just going to go off. And unfortunately, Josh was on the outside. And so he got kind of pushed out. And I was just like, oh, look, this road is open, so I'll just take it here. Yeah.
Well, that's you're showing us what some. I mean, these drivers, everybody I know puts in a ton of practice here, but you start putting in sort of scenarios like that, and there you go. You find yourself up to once again what was the race lead, and there you'll finish P2 here tonight. Congrats on your podium finish, though, and that was, I mean, you had me screaming up here in the booth as I saw that live, man, Benjamin. Who we shouting out to? Who makes it possible for you?
Yeah, I just want to thank you as well, Warren. Josh was good racing. Everyone was really good. Yeah, I tried the BMW this time. I think Josh passed me on turn 3, because it kind of has a weird problem where, like, it'll dip out the inside wheel on acceleration. And I think that's what happened. And he just, unless you're really smooth, they'll do that. So, yeah, I wasn't gonna fight too hard because I know I wasn't gonna be able to keep. If I was in front of him, I could have maybe held him, but I knew I wasn't gonna pass. But yeah, just thanks everyone for good driving.
Congrats once again here. The only big sniff mobile, the only BMW GT3 machine's going to finish P2 here tonight. Congrats once again, Benjamin, and have a great rest of your night.
Thank you. See you Monday.
How about it? The old D. Higgins, now turned oval driver as well. Daniel, you got yourself a copy.
Yes, sir.
Nice run here tonight, man. Going for a little play in the sand here, but going to get right back here on track as you. We're looking at a quick replay here right after the race start. You're going to work back out and around Ali Iksay and Aaron Schultz for the final driver interview spot. Walk us through it, man. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, yeah, I might have to change cars, after tonight. But yeah, these, I apologize to Josh and the other guys for running them wide on the restart stuff. I think it was at turn 2 and 3. The car would not turn at all, and it was in the sand, and it was just bad. And then I had to fight back up for P3, and good shout out Schultz, good clean racing, and Ali Iksay. It was a good battle there, and yeah, once that happened, there's no chance of catching the leaders. But yeah, I was trying to go for that lead, but he probably a little faster, so he probably would have passed me anyway. But I was giving it all I had, and yeah, just cold tires again on the restart. I just can't get it down in this car or something. Maybe I don't know, try something new next time.
It's one of the tens of probably 20s of drivers now that I've mentioned these newer tire models within the GT3 series here. But Daniel, it's definitely interesting to hear, and I think I'm gonna start keeping a tally of it. But real quick, before we let you get going, is there anybody who you'd like to thank here tonight?
You, of course, Warren, of course, and everybody who races in here.
Hey, thank you so much, and congrats on the podium finish. And hey, Aaron Schultz, thank you so much here. We see you live in YouTube land saying, great race, guys. Thank us for the broadcast. Well, thank you for racing with us, Aaron. That was a lot of fun to watch you and Ali Xe go at it side by side for, quite frankly, a lot of that race. So, matter of fact, thank you all here for joining in YouTube land. But stick with us. We got the GT4 class as well. Speaking of GT4 class, I'm down here with race winner, Youth Athlete of the Year. Runner right now, Nico Colby. You got yourself a copy. Uh-oh. Oh, he's over in... Okay, wait. I might have to... Hang on here.
I hear him.
God dang it. I'm trying to find the other little voice chat. Okay, well, we'll get back to that. P2 driver, how about Jake Steckler? You got a copy, man?
Yep, copy.
Jake, alrighty. That new paint scheme here tonight. White machine vehicle buyers. Got a little pink action on there as well. Man, might be the new paint scheme here. Nice. Nah, just kidding. Got a real nice pace here from the Red Bull ring. Walk us through it as you kept trying to reel in Nico Colby. Probably felt like probably like you're reeling in a big old whale there. You just quite couldn't make the pass.
Yeah, it was a good race. I got past kind of in a tough spot going to turn one on the restart and lost a couple places, but got lucky at the same time with a couple mistakes ahead of me. And yeah, Nico, as usual, is really fast and it's definitely tough to catch him.
Well, I think you definitely showed us that you got the racecraft and the pace and the speed to keep up there with them tonight, especially, I mean, I know that the long draft, the slipstreams definitely help from Red Bull Ring. These tight sort of corners as well, you're hanging right up there with Nico Kolbster. Jake, real quick before we let you get going, 42 machine, podium finish, P2, nice run within the points, continuing it up. Who we thanking tonight?
Yeah, vehiclebuyers.com and Overstock Vehicles. Thank you, Sean and Warren, for always doing a good job, and everyone that watches and participates as well. Yeah.
I appreciate you, Jake. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks.
So in timing and scoring, it shows Andrew Bound, but we got to remember he finished 21 incidents there. But Andrew, I think, yeah, we got you here in the old interview booth. You got yourself a copy, buddy.
I had no idea I finished above the 20.
Dude, no kidding.
I thought I had 19. I had no clue. I knew I was at like 19 or 18 when me and Warren were fighting for it in the last lap. I didn't think I went over, but if I did, I did. Just feel free to kick me out of the booth if I don't deserve to be here.
No.
Oh, man. Well, Andrew.
Dude, I think.
Oh, sorry, Warren.
Oh, sorry. No, you're good. Yeah, I think what it was, because it showed me as like 15x, but I ended the race with 19. So
That's
I
right.
don't think. I think it's just wrong. So I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah.
You got P3, bro.
Okay. Yeah, good race. You know, I obviously kind of took myself out of there after the restart, which is very, very upsetting. Mental fatigue is always my problem with these longer stints. I mean, I say long, like 40 minutes isn't that long. My issue is always just mental fatigue. It's usually just driver error and take myself out after the restart. I climbed back up to P3, had a good battle with Warren. You know, had to claw my way back up. I think I was down like 4 or 5 seconds on him and caught up to him. We had a good little battle last lap and a half. It's good clean racing. It was a lot of fun tonight.
A lot of fun to watch. Congrats on the podium spot there, Andrew. And it sucks there. You probably led, I think, or just about tied there. No, I think you led the most of the laps, GT4. You worked your way up to the podium spot. Anybody you'd like to thank here tonight, man?
Yeah, thanks, Sean. Thanks for always hosting a great broadcast. Warren for running a good league. And everybody, all the members for putting on a clean race. It's always a good time.
I appreciate you. Dr. Andrew Bound finishing P3 and GT4. Warren Johnson right there behind him, though. Nice battling with the old Andrew Bound machine, bringing it on P4 in class.
Yeah, dude, that was a great battle. I honestly, I thought the white flag was the checkered flag. I didn't want to like fully look at the flag, so coming out of the turn one, I slowed down a bit, and then he caught me, and we were just side by side for like 3/4 of the lap, and then he finally took off. And yeah, that was a great battle with Andrew. That was really, really fun. I thought I had the P3 in the bag when he spun, but because I thought he hit a wall too, and then I seen him just like keep just creeping up on me at like 2/10 every lap, and I was like, what the heck? But that's okay. P4, I'm happy with P4. Really, really happy with P4 actually. And no, it was great racing. So I love when I'm hard racing with people.
Oh. Well, it's always, once again, it's great fun to watch. Warren, God, I was about to say, yeah, I was actually tricked with the white flag as well because my math was mathing, but Josh Hunter, he got himself to the white flag 5 seconds before, so it actually it brought out one more lap there. But I was right there with you. I thought we were coming to the white. It would be the checkered. But it was one more than that because
like
a 5 second
the
difference.
other races. Yeah. No, thanks, Josh. You're costing me.
Yeah, God dang it, Josh, too fast up here, dang it. Well,
Yeah, Ben, you're welcome.
No, he's so rapid in the GT3s. I'm hoping to get him some more competition here soon. So we'll see. But no, it was a great race, guys. Honestly, the whole league. I think that was one of the cleanest races we've had, honestly. So that was really fun. And thanks, Sean, for commentating. Thanks all the Colbys and the Apex guys for always being here and having a good time. And absolutely fun race. I'm sweating. I don't know if you could see on the driver camera, but took my headset off and it was all wet and gross. But it was a really fun race. And just I want to thank everybody in the league for coming. It's not possible without you guys. Hopefully we can get some more participation in the multi-class. It turned out really well tonight, actually. I thought it was going to be less, but people started pouring in kind of towards the end. So anyways, thanks to the YouTube guys, and we'll see you Monday night, where we will be racing at Sonoma, home race for the 86 Challenge, guys. So
woohoo!
That's going to be fun. And that's the championship round for the bracket. We got Stone and Tiago. That's going to be a fiery matchup right there. Yeah. Thanks to Higgins for throwing that idea out there.
Real quick before we get going, Warren, I think you got battling too hard there. The driver cam at some point took a tumble for the ages, but we still got at least some footage. Before we get going though, Darren Colby, you got yourself a copy, man.
It's actually Nico, but I'm on my dad's.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Race winner here in the GT4 class, Nico Colby. How's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking. Last interview of the night. Sorry to keep you waiting here, but congratulations on the race win. Ooh, boy, you and Andrew Bound started getting a little close there, but what was going through your mind as you saw Andrew go for a little play in the sand? We're not surfing here tonight, Andrew. Get back on the track.
Yeah, I actually didn't expect him to go off in the span and spin like that, but it happens, and it was just a really fun race with him. We were battling a lot.
Well, what was the draft here like tonight from the longer straightaways here from the Red Bull ring?
Yeah, if you got a good exit out of turn 1, you could get a pretty good draft into turn 2.
Pretty much the only sort of momentum and passing zone here, at least that I saw here tonight. Real quick, Nico, congratulations on another checkered flag here within the West Coast Sim Racing League. Who we shouting out, man? Who we thanking?
You for broadcasting. Warren for always putting on good league. Mom, Dad, everyone that watches, and everyone that races and makes it fun.
All right, appreciate that, Nico. Have a great rest of your night, and I think our school's starting up here soon. Oh no, that's real nice. Oh, good luck with that as well. Oh, great.
Thanks.
All righty.
I hope you got all your pencils and stuff ready.
All right, yeah. All righty, well, that's about going to do it here on Sam Studio Network. Once again, congrats Josh Hunter, congrats Nico Colby on the 2 race winners here tonight from the GT3 and GT4 classes. And Moonlight Dancer, real quick before we get going, we got to check here on the winner of the YouTube chat race for the win. I'm showing the old Melina Colby gets the win here. Congratulations, Melina, taking the checkered flag here in YouTube chat. Moonlight Dancer will come away with P2, and Terry come away with P3. Zero the Racer, Shotberry, Aaron Schultz there for so on and so forth there. So I appreciate, seriously, bottom of my heart, the drivers, the league owners there, as well as everything that's done behind the scenes. It doesn't go unnoticed, and especially down there in YouTube lands. Congrats, Melina, once again on the YouTube chat win. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for some Sports Car Endurance League action from the one, the only Road America. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. Take care, and until then, Sean Stam, Stam Studio Network. I'll see you later.